Hello everyone, I'm Ekaterina and welcome back to my channel. 1 week has passed since December and we are back to discussing our engineering topics here. Today I want to talk about a common but very important topic, which is saying no and prioritizing the tasks among engineers. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to my channel and let's go. I started working as a software engineer intern about 2 years ago and then I became a software engineer. While adapting to new team and learning, I got my first tasks, which had deadlines, and it was challenging back then. At the same time, there was a lot of other tasks coming that were unplanned, for example, reviewing codes, giving approval for someone, and so on. Other tasks usually were coming from colleagues, and they were not my personal tasks. However, surprisingly, all of them were super big and high priority. For example, I remember when I got an urgent request to review the code for 100 files on the code freeze. That literally meant that I had to stop doing what I was doing and start immediately reviewing the big task. Honestly, it's not only stressful, but it can be even frustrating because planning your working time doesn't seem to work. At that point, I guess every engineer comes to the idea that something needs to be changed because with the current situation, the work process doesn't seem to go that smoothly. And there came a dilemma. Either you help others and don't do your tasks on time, or you're on your own, make your tasks and stay away from the team. None of these options are nice, and you don't want to stay away from the team. We all need help sometimes and life happens. We can be in a situation when something needs to be done ad hoc for us. But at the same time, you have your own tasks and responsibilities, and you need to make them. It's on you. Truth to be told, that solution lies somewhere in between. I developed a mechanism on how to cope with urgent tasks, decline them in case you have no capacity to make them, and still do your own job without extra hours. So, let's go through that mechanism. First of all, when someone, other than your lead, comes to you with request to do something, ask how urgent the task is. In case if it's not, you can plan doing this task when you have accomplished your own responsibilities and don't have other prior tasks. If the request is urgent, check the volume of the case. Is it a big or a small task to do? And what is your current situation? Are you occupied with something? In case there is no way that you could do both at the same time, your own tasks should always be a priority. And you have to reject doing something unplanned. But saying no comes with a feeling of guilt and fear of rejection. That's why it's important to say no in a right way to your colleagues. For example, if you say, "No, I don't want to do that," it sounds really rude. But if you explain why you cannot do it, like, "No, I cannot do it because at the moment I have other prior tasks," your colleague will not feel rejected. And he will understand that you want to help, but you have some other solid reasons why you cannot do it at the moment. So it's important not to say no to agree on everything, but do it very politely. Another way of saying no to people is actually rejecting them by saying yes. Yes, you heard me right. You can say yes to people instead of saying no with the same outcome. What if we change the sentence, "No, I don't have time," to "Yes, I'd like to help you, but to set expectations, there are other tasks I need to focus on the next months, and they have higher priority." In both cases, you let the person know that you can't help him, but the first one sounds like you are just simply pushing back. It can cause for you some trouble. For example, person can complain to your manager or start talking behind your back that you're always rejecting help. So polite form simply helps to avoid such cases. I hope that now you can say no easier to your colleagues and this video is useful for it. It's always important to say no and to keep your personal boundaries. Subscribe to my channel to see the next videos and let's meet in the next chapter. Bye!